Here we go. Welcome to Muscles and Magic the Gathering. A very exciting episode for everybody tonight. Miscued the setup a little bit, but that is okay. We are here. Once people start flooding in, we are here to look at Avatar, the Last Airbender, some of my collector pulls. And I gotta tell you, I am so excited to go over these cards with you tonight. I absolutely can't stand it. I released a video earlier today detailing the entire box. If you want to see it, it's a great video. I've been putting out a ton of Avatar content lately. There are so many great commanders in this set. But I needed to take the opportunity on Friday Night Magic to be with my people and go over these cards. Because I got to tell you, I think this is a candidate for the set of the year. I got to tell you, I've opened 3 boxes now. And again, it's a candidate for set of the year. Final Fantasy was a great set. There was a lot of hype. There was those Golden Chocobo chase cards, right? There were those Surge foils. But in terms of just sheer playability of cards, this set is absolutely bonkers, all right? So here we are. Come say hi. Let's do some Friday Night Magic. I'm just pulling up some stuff on my other computer. And yeah, we're going to have an absolute blast, all right? First card up. You can see it right now. Wan Shi Tong, all-knowing. We're going to figure out what that's worth right now. Or what's it going for on the pre-order. All right. Wow. It's going for like $35 for the pre-order. I got to get that in the sleeve. Dr. Clown, my guy. What's up? Check that out. That's going for $35 on pre-order on TCG right now. Well, the normal version's going for $35. I don't know what this one's going for, but got to get that in plastic before it gets too badly damaged. I'm not the greatest at taking care of my cards all the time. But, you know, here we are. Got to be better at putting them in plastic. We will do that tonight while we talk. But there we go. Wan Shi Tong Librarian. Does anyone know what that's worth, by the way? I'm trying to look it up right now. That is Wan Shi Tong, all-knowing. Extended art. $69.69 for this guy right here. Unreal. Dr. Clown, I am voting you to be my right-hand guy tonight, my helper, as we go through these cards. If you see anything that's worth a ton of value, let's get them in sleeves, all right? I'm going to rely on you to help me out. See, it's hard to tell because these are all... It's interesting, right? Pre-release prices are always all over the place, but I think some of them will hold. So we have Wan Shi Tong, all-knowing. Fevered Visions. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, this enchantment deals 2 damage to that player. We have You, the Moon Spirit, Flying, Vigilance, Waterbend 5. Dr. Clown, the next card I am dedicating to you. The Cabbage Merchant. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, create a food token. This is definitely going in my Chatterfang deck. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, sacrifice a food token. And tap 2 untapped foods you control, add 1 mana of any color. Earthbender Ascension. Beautiful card. When this enchantment enters, Earthbend 2. By the way, do you guys want me to read every single card out? Because I can. But when this enchantment enters, Earthbend 2, then search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Whenever a land you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. When you do, it has 4 or more quest counters on it. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains trample till the end of turn. X-Jack shots, nice pulls from that box. I watched a vid earlier. That banyan tree is fire. You are correct. Soka Swordmaster. This is from, by the way, I also opened a Jumpstart Boosters box and a Play Boosters box. In total fairness, I'll be releasing those videos over the next couple of days. But Vigilance and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each ally you control. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to Soka. This would be a really good mono-white Voltron style deck. The Legend of Kyoshi. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Earthbend X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That land becomes an island in addition to its other types. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed. And what does it transform into? Avatar Kyoshi. Lands you control have trample and hexproof. Add X mana of any one color where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Bonkers card. Absolutely bonkers. You think I should sleeve the Soka? All right, I'll do it. Wonder what that's going for. Beautiful foil version of it. But I will listen. Papa, how are you? We have an Airbender Ascension. When this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under your control. Spirit Water Revival. There's an additional cost to cast this spell. You may waterbend 6. Draw 2 cards. If this spell's additional cost was paid, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Great card. Storm of Memories. It has Storm, and exile an instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard at random. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Beautiful. Fire Lord Azula. And I can tell you right now, that's going to get sleeved. It's a beautiful version of the card. Alternate art. Okay. Firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. That might be one of the best new cards out of the set. I'm going to look that one up right now. What number is that? It looks like that is 313. Yeah, it's only going for $8 for the pre-order. All right. Ooh. Training Grounds. Beautiful card. That's actually going to go in my Kenrith deck. Dr. Clown, yeah, I'm going to build around Azula as well. Earth and Ally. This creature gets +1/+0 for each color among allies you control. The Walls of Ba Sing Se. What a great card. I agree, it is a sick Training Grounds. It's going in my Kenrith deck. I needed it. Shattering Spree. It's got Replicate. You can destroy target artifact. The Rites of Flourishing in foil. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Each player may play an additional land on each of their turns. By the way, if you're liking this live stream, smash that like button over and over and over and over again. Tectonic Split. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice half the lands you control, rounded up. Hexproof lands you control, add 3 mana of any color. 45 what, Papa Guinea? Rites of Flourishing. Is that a $45 card? Is that what you're saying? I might have to put this in plastic. All right. Toph, hard-headed teacher. When Toph enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return target instant or sorcery card from graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. If that spell is a lesson, put an additional 1/1 counter on that land. Oh, the Soka is 45. Awesome. The Rise of Sozin. Destroy all creatures. Ooh, Tectonic Split is 60 for foil, huh? Maybe I'll have to put that in a plastic. I mean, really all these should be in plastic, to tell you the truth. I agree, Dr. Clown. I think there are some trends, though. I can always take them out of plastic. It doesn't hurt to sleeve them, you know. Rites of Flourishing we talked about. Rise of Sozin. Destroy all creatures. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name. Then exile them. Then that player shuffles. So in Commander, I mean, you can look for like that one card, or you could look for like an island or something like that. Exile this Saga. Firelord Sozin. Great card. Menace. Firebending 3. Whenever Firelord Sozin deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana of X or less from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Great card. Heartbeat of Spring in foil. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of that type that land produced. Boomy Unleashed, one of my favorite characters from Avatar. Trample. When Boomy enters, Earthbend 4. Thank you for that, Papa. I probably should get Sozin in. So we got Boomy Unleashed. Another card for Dr. Clown. Cabbage Merchant Extended Art foil. I bet you want that, Dr. Clown. By the way, smash that like button if you like Avatar. Foggy Swamp Visions. There's an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, create a tokenless copy of it. Beginning your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. We have Iroh, the Tea Master. What is 100, Papa? Tell me what's 100. I hope it's a card I have. I mean, that would be wild if this was 100. It'll never hold, but wow. Okay. Be careful with that guy. Abandoned Air Temple. This land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. Add a white mana. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Fire Nation Occupation. This is a great card. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Volcano of Roku's Island, a.k.a. Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. This land enters tapped. Whenever a mountain you control enters, if you control at least 5 other mountains, you may have this land deal 3 damage to any target. Beautiful. The Secret of Bloodbending. There's an additional cost to cast a spell. You may waterbend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost is paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. Unreal. It is a great reprint. Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. This card is scary. Hello, my Eldrazi deck. Whenever you scry or surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Bonkers. Ranenshaw. Flying. Firebending 2. When Ranenshaw enter, if you cast them, there are 3 other more dragon or lesson cards in your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of Ranenshaw, except it's not legendary. Wow. Dragons you control get +2/+0. Aang at the Crossroads. Beautiful version of this card. When Aang enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest onto the on the bottom of your library in any random order. When another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang. Flying. Land creatures you can draw Vigilance at the beginning of combat on your turn. Earthbend 2. Beautiful. Avatar Destiny. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. When an enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Beautiful. The Banyan Tree. We do have a Banyan Tree. It is gorgeous. I wonder if, does Card Kingdom have a buy list for these up yet? Because I got to tell you, if they do, I might trade some in and try to like stack some money. You know what I mean? Let's take a look. Sell us your cards. Search our sell list. Let's just take a look here. Nope. They don't even have a buy list for any of these up yet. Wow. Incredible. I'm looking right now to see. Like they've got some of the prices that you could pre-order on the site. Like Avatar Aang is $24. But I'm just trying to see some sealed product here. I wish there was a buy list for these. Zula, Cunning Usurper, beautiful version of this card. We have a Secret Tunnel. This lane can't be blocked. This is like a Rogue's Passage. I don't know how to say this, but Agnikella, this land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You had a blue mana, you could draw a card and discard a card. Great for some of my card draw decks. Appa, Steadfast Guardian. 150 for the tree. Ooh, that can't be right. Come on. Let's see what Card Kingdom's got of that. Card Kingdom's got like a good pulse of this stuff, you know what I mean? Let's see what they have it at. They have it for $89 if you want to order from Card Kingdom. 3 Dreams. The Last Agni-Kai. Beautiful. That actually is super valuable for my Xenagos deck. Storm of Memories. Soka, Tenacious Tactician. We have a Katara, Waterbending Master. I love this card, Suki, Courageous Rescuer. Other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Beautiful. Obsessive Pursuit. When this enchantment enters at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. Whenever you attack, put X 1/1 counters on target attacking creature where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 0 or greater, that creature gains lifelink till the end of turn. That would be great for my Sephiroth deck. A lot of synergy there. Chong and Lily Nomads. Airbender Ascension again. Baboon Spirit. It's a monkey spirit. Pretty cool. Zuko Conflicted. Let's take a look at this one. At the beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen and you lose 2 life. Draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Zuko, add a red mana, exile Zuko, return to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Really, really cool. Papa, glad, expose him to magic. Release 2 memory. Exile target opponent's graveyard. For each creature card exiled this way, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. That's a really cool card. A little graveyard hate. Momo Friendly Flyer. Bison Whistle. Hey, bye, the Forest Guardian. The new de facto Shrine Commander. Another Soka Swordmaster. Another Boomy Unleashed. A Firelord Zuko. An Avatar's Wrath. The Legend of Kyoshi, the Legend of Yang Shen, Volcanic Torrent, Cascade. Volcanic Torrent deals X damage to each creature and planeswalker your opponent's control, where X is the number of spells you've cast this turn. That is really cool. Elemental Bond, whenever a creature you control with power 3 or greater enters, draw a card. That's going to go in my Selvala deck. Visions of Beyond, draw a card. If the graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, draw 3 cards instead. The Scornful Striker. First strike, whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. Firebending Student. Scout's Warning, pretty cool. The next card you play this turn can be played as though it had flash. Draw a card. That's great. The Mechanist, Aerial Artisan. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. Until end of turn, target artifact token you control becomes a 3/1 construct artifact creature with flying. That'd be really cool for my Brea deck. Lost in Memories. Enchant creature you control. Enchant a creature gets +1/+1. It has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback. The Master's Guidance. Whenever you attack with 2 or more legendary creatures, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target attacking creatures. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. That could be really good for my Legendary Matters deck. Seen this before, Azula Cunning Usurper. The Blue Spirit. You may cast the first creature spell you cast each turn as though it had flash. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters during combat, draw a card. Fang, Roku's companion. Whenever Fang attacks, another target legendary creature you control gets +X/+0 until a turn where X is Fang's power. When Fang dies, if he wasn't a spirit, return this card to the battlefield under your control. Now he's a spirit. It's pretty cool for a dragon deck. You, the Moon Spirit, or Yue. My first girlfriend was Moon. Ozai, the Phoenix King. I did a deck tech on this. I'm going to put it out, I think, Monday. Zula, the Ruthless Firebender. The Fire Nation Palace. And a Firebending Student. Beautiful. Some really good pulls in here. My box was all right. The Banyan Tree. Volcano, the Cabbage Merchant, Tectonic Split, Firelord, Soka, Wan Shi Tong. Beautiful. Wonder how you guys like an Avatar, by the way. I absolutely love it. I'll go through some other cards too. These were the, I'm going to say these were the big pulls. We do have more Avatar cards. Let me see if I can get them here. All right, we will take a look. I'm here with all my friends on Friday Night Magic. Food, a copy, an airbending lesson, water grasp. And if you guys want me to stop on any one of these, let me know. Earth Rumble Wrestlers, waterbending scroll, Ruinous Waterbending, War Balloon, Frantic Search, Fire Nation Soldier, Angalot to Learn, a Forest, an Ally, a Fire Nation Raider. Sorry about that, Dr. Cloud. That sucks when you miss out. I hate when that happens. Yeah, Troy, the set is great. Like, honestly, I am a huge, thank you, Tanner. I am a huge Avatar fan. I've watched it probably 10 times through with my kids. So I was excited for the set just based on that. But sometimes that always doesn't line up with card quality. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you might love the art, you might love the set, but card quality is not there. I gotta tell you, the cards, some really good, fun cards and mechanics in this set. Zuko's Exile, Boomerang Basics, Hey Bye Spirit of Balance, Zuko Exiled Prince, Thriving Isle, Acrobatic Leap. They reprinted the Bastion of Remembrance. Beautiful Mountain. Can't wait to put these in my deck. It'll Quench Ya, Forecasting Fortune Teller, Kyoshi Battle Fan, Water Tribe Rallier, Long Fang Grand Secretariat, this is a great Gruul card. This can actually go, even though it's not like a mythic or anything, it can go in my Jared Golgari Lich Lord deck. It actually has a lot of synergy. Look, whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard from a battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That would actually, a lot of synergy with Jared Golgari. Jet's Brainwashing, Cathartic Reunion, Aang's Defense, Solid Ground, Swamp, Wandering Musicians, Boomy, King of Three Trials, Hum of the Bloodbender, Toucan Puffin, Frog Scrolls, Various Stance, An Island, Plains, Ally, Fire Nation Cadets, How to Start a Riot, Foggy Swamp Hunters, Serpent of the Pass, Zhao, Ruthless Admiral, Kills the Moon Spirit, Mai, Jaded Edge, Freedom Fighter Recruit, Dramatic Reversal reprinted, one of my favorite cards of all time. Pair that with the Icecrown Scepter. Ruthless Waterbender, Plains, Waltrop Sentries, Rowdy Snowballers, Gather the White Lotus, Teo Spirited Glider, Zhang Zhang, a member of the White Lotus Society, Aang's first firebending teacher, Deny Entry, Sledder Otter Penguin, Suspicious Bookcase, Swamp, Earth Kingdom Protectors, Food, Copy, Cycle Renewal, Waterbending Lesson, Azula Always Lies, North Pole Patrol, John D., One of Many, Leaves from the Vine, Explosive Shot, Mechanical Glider, Lost in the Spirit World, Island, Master Paku, another member of the White Lotus Society. They should really be stronger. You know what I mean? It surprises me that these guys were made to be just like a uncommon, just given their place in the show. Prowess. Whenever a Master Paku becomes tapped, target player mills X cards where X is the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. Zuko. We got a Mountain. Art card. Yuyan Archers. Lost Days. Deserter's Disciple. Trusty Boomerang. Great card. Tolls of War. Cloud Ship. Warship Scout. Princess Yue, Swamp, Earth Kingdom Soldier, Giant Koi, Bender's Water Skin. That's actually a really good card. Can we look at this for a minute, everybody? Smash that like button if you like this, by the way. I know a lot of people don't like 3-mana rocks, but untap this artifact during each other player's untapped step. And then you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. In a 5-color deck, this I think is actually really good. I wished it cost 1 less mana, and that would make it a bonkers card. But 3 is still pretty good. I'm not complaining. I hope I got a lot of these, by the way. Fire Nation Attacks, Jet Freedom Fighter, Kindly Customer, Komodo Rhino, Bosco, just a bear. I feel like you need this one too, Dr. Clown. Have you seen Bosco? When Bosco enters, create a food token for each legendary creature you control. And then you sacrifice the food. Put 2 1/1 counters on Bosco. He gains trample until the end of turn. Forest, Ally, Yip Yip, Rocky Rabook, Badger Mole, Tundra Tank, Benevolent River Spirit, Kyoshi Island Plaza, Dire Sight, Air Nomad Student, Ally, Lightning Strike, kind of like a lightning bolt, Glider Kids, Cunning Maneuver. That was a great episode, by the way. Low and Lee, Twin Tutors, Food, North Pole Gates, cool little dual land here, Avatar Enthusiasts, Airship Engine Room, Zula on the Hunt, Energy Bending, the Sun Warriors. That was a really fun episode. I didn't think we'd see the Sun Warriors, but we actually did. Explore, Unagi Spray, Animal Attendant, Beautiful Mountain. I love art cards. I collect them. Ostrich Horse, Earthbending Lesson, Omashu City. There we go, the home of King Boomy. Soka's Haiku, Fire Nation Warship, Zuko's Offense, Soka Sword Training, Kyoshi Warrior Exemplars, Apple Oil Sky Bison. Here's a cool one, Raven Eagle, Bird Assassin. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, create a clue token. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's really cool. You have an ally. Just a great set. The art, the cards, a bunch of usable stuff. I think it's going to be really, really fun for people to play like a pre-release. You know, I'm thinking about buying another box. Let's take a look at the big hits again, just for fun, for the people that are just newly joined. All right, let's do it. Wan Shitong, All-Knowing. Soka Swordmaster. Firelord Azula. Tectonic Split. For my guy, Dr. Clown, the Cabbage Merchant. I know you want it. Volcano of Roku's Island. We're just going to sit and look at the banyan tree just for a minute, because it's beautiful. Just stunning, the banyan tree. By the way, smash and like that button. I got to say that. My kids tell me to say it all the time. They are my official YouTube advisors on this channel. But it gets the algorithm up. It's what all the kids on YouTube say. Firebending Student, Fire Nation Palace, Azula, Ozai, Yue, Fang, the Blue Spirit, Azula, Master's Guidance, Lost in Memories, Mechanist, Scout's Warning, Firebending Student, Mai, Visions of Beyond, Elemental Bond, Volcanic Torrent, Yang Chen, Kyoshi, Avatar's Wrath, Firelord Zuko, Boomy Unleashed, Soka Swordmaster, Hey Bye, The Bison Whistle, Momo, Release to Memory, Zuko Conflicted, Baboon Spirit, that's a big one. I am going to build a spirit deck, by the way. I have decided. It's pretty cool. Airbender Ascension, Chong and Lily Nomads, Obsessive Pursuit, Suki, Katara, Soka, Storm of Memories, The Last Agni Kai, 3 Dreams, Appa, Agnikel, Secret Tunnel, Azula. That, I feel like this Avatar Destiny's got to be worth something. Let me look this up. It just looks cool. Right? Let me see. $4 for the non-foil version. So maybe not. Just looks like a really cool art version of it. Yeah, it looks like fancy. You know what I mean? Like with the foiling and everything. But maybe it'll end up like one of those surges. Who knows? Aang, Destined Savior. Ranenshaw. Planetarium. That's an awesome card. Especially for an Eldrazi deck. Secret of Bloodbending. It's a really cool card. Fire Nation Occupation. Abandoned Air Temple. Iroh, the Tea-Master. Foggy Swamp Visions. Boomy Unleashed. Heartbeat of Spring. The Rise of Sozin. Top. I like Shattering Spree a lot. What are your thoughts on Shattering Spree versus Vandal Blast? Because Shattering Spree is pretty cool. The Walls of Ba Sing Se. Earthen Ally. Maybe the best card I've gotten. I don't think it's worth the most, but I love this art. Especially in relation to the show, because he is training her. Ends up marrying her grandmother, which is like really cool. But this is pretty awesome. And I needed a training grounds for my Mad King deck, helmed by Kenrith. This card is so good for Kenrith, it's not even funny. Just read it. Activated abilities. Creatures you control cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana, and that cost to less than 1 mana. Whoo! Storms of Memories. Spirit Water Revival. Airbender Ascension. Legend of Kyoshi. Earthbender Ascension. The Cabbage Merchant. The Moon Spirit. Fevered Visions. And the Rites of Flourishing. So there we go. I got some great cards. It was a really fun box to open. Really fun to be able to open a box early too. I gotta say, being a official Magic the Gathering Avatar Ambassador is really, really cool. And I also got a box of Play Boosters, which is cool. So tomorrow, just so you have a heads up, I am going to release a video opening these Play Boosters. That's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good cards in here too. Avatar Destiny, Daily Agents, Combustion Technique, Water Tribe Rallier, Kyoshi Battle Fan, Earth Village Ruffians, Badger Mode. There's a lot of good cards in here. That's a really cool dragon. Omashu Aang's Journey. So yeah, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I will release it. It is going to be the Play Booster box. You can see me and my son open a Play Booster box. And on Sunday, I am going to open a Jumpstart box. So keep your notifications on for that. The Realm of Ka, the Face Stealers, a Carco. Can't remember from the show, that spider-like creature that's like the Face Stealer. But this is cool. You can create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. So this is cool for a spirit deck. Suki, Kyoshi Warrior. Yeah, really cool cards. No joke. It was a really, really fun set to open. Canyon Crawler, that was a really good episode. When they ride them out of that canyon. Aang puts like the bags over their head. You know, so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So there we have it. Thank you for spending some Friday night time with me. I have some TV to watch. I'm not going to lie. We are going to watch either The Witcher or Welcome to Derry tonight. Witcher is awesome. I've just finished episode 1. I thought it was tremendous. Liam Hemsworth did a great job. I know a lot of people were sad Henry left. Henry's a fellow nerd. And I thought he did a great job. But I really thought that like people were kind of mean to Liam. Not giving him a real chance, to be honest with you. But he did a tremendous job. I know it's not Magic related, but do we have any Witcher fans in here, by the way? If you do, I would love to hear your thoughts on episode 1. I thought it was really well done. I thought Liam played a great Witcher. Brings certain humanity to the role. Stunts were great. Fighting was good. Action sequences were great. So I'm happy. Then, yeah, I watched the first episode of Welcome to Derry. What a trip that is. That's going to be intense. watching that. If there's any other good shows you can recommend, I would love to hear about them. So yeah, I'm all things nerd. I don't know how much you can see in my office, but I've got like some axes that were used in The Hobbit on the wall. Yeah, Dr. Clown, you got to check it out. We've got some Demon Slayer in here. Super cool. We got some Ninja Turtles in here. We have some Harry Potter stuff. We have some He-Man stuff. We have some Ghostbusters. We have some Hunter x Hunter. So yeah, there's a lot of really, really good stuff out there, but I like sharing this stuff with you guys. I feel like I'll sign off with this. I feel like on this show, I've made a lot of really cool friends. You know what I mean? Dr. Clown being one of them. But I feel like I've had the opportunity to make a lot of really good friends. It's been a really, really fun experience doing lives with you all. I really, really look forward to them. I do lives for fitness, and they're good. You know what I mean? I mean, fitness is kind of where I cut my teeth in content. I have a really big fitness following. I fought in the UFC. Men's Health named me one of the 100 fittest men of all time. That was pretty cool. I've been featured in Men's Health more times than I can count. But I got to tell you, it doesn't. Fitness doesn't fill my buckets like this. This makes me happy. I feel like I've made a lot of friends. I feel like we could just come on here and play games and chat. Talk about Space Marines. If you're into Space Marines, look at this little figure painting. Who likes Space Marines? How bad do I want to see a full Warhammer 40K set? Wow. Wow. Not the commander decks. A full set of Warhammer 40K. I would go bananas. Just letting you know that up front. You know? So, yeah. Dr. Clown, Ben was in the live stream. Ben's a friend. Great guy. Awesome dude, by the way. So, yeah. Anyway. That's that. Why do you got to stay away from 40K, Dr. Clown? Pocketbook? I can't afford both hobbies. Like, it's getting... Space Marines are not... These things are not inexpensive. Like, guys, you think Magic's expensive. These things? Bonkers. Bonkers. They are fun to paint, though. So, yeah. Anyway, what I was trying to say was I love these lives. I love hanging out with you all. Love looking at cards. One of my favorite things. If there's ever any deck tech stuff you guys want me to go over on these lives, I'd be happy to. I mean, I got 64 decks. Chances are, if you want me to look at a commander, even if I don't have the commander, I have some type of build that commander would work for. Like, I've got the cards. You know what I mean? So, if you guys ever want me to cover stuff, I would be happy to. I think it would be a lot of fun. But yeah, here we are. We got this Avatar Play Booster box. We're hanging out on a Friday night. We're talking about The Witcher. We're talking about Welcome to Derry. We're talking about Warhammer 40K. Like, what a great night. The amount this channel and you guys have enriched my life has been tremendous. So I'm really, really grateful. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm approaching 45 minutes. I do have to go. I do have to watch some TV. And I mean, really, I got to eat. I got to feed the muscles. Jason, a Lynn Civi Rebel deck. I do not. Let me look up Lynn Civi. Defiant Hero. Legendary Creature, Human Rebel. Search your library for a Rebel permanent card with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield. Put target Rebel card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. That's a really, really, really cool card. Wow. Mono white too, huh? I like it. That's a super dope card for a Rebel commander. I wish it had red in it though, because there's a lot of really good red and white Rebel cards from, I think it was March of the Machine. There's that Otari card. Let me see. So actually draftism. Let's see the best rebels in Magic. They're saying it's Nayali Sun's Vanguard. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it's Otari Sun's Glory. From the March of the Machine, right? Flying, or the Phyrexian 1 set. But flying, lifelink, haste, it's a Phoenix. Whenever Otari Sun's Glory attacks, you get an experience counter, then create a 2/2 red rebel creature token. Anyway, in that set, there was a bunch of red and white rebel cards. There was Jor Kadeen, the first Gold Warden. That's a really good card for equipment. There was the Rook Hexgold Nabber, which is a Goblin Rebel. Whenever an equipped creature you control other than Rook attacks or dies, you may attach all equipment. So, like, really equipment-based with the Rebels. I'm looking for some, like, white-colored Rebels, Children of Corliss, Ballista Squad, Lightbringer, Lawbringer, Defiant Vanguard, even Riftwatcher. Saltfield Recluse, Bound in Silence, Trenching Steed. Yeah, I wish it would have been red and white. Lady Kilala, I miss you too. It is awesome to see you on the stream. One of the best people I know, turned into a good friend. It's great to see you here. Got to spend some time together. Mine Colby Craft. I'm an official Magic the Gathering ambassador. So I got a bunch of product early. By the way, I talk about being the fire hands with some pulls. Lady Kilala is the official goddess, ruler, undisputed, reigning, undefeated champion of being the fire hands. Like, if I could, I would have her open all my packs. It would be like serialized, neon inks, all the chase cards. Thank you very much, Mine Kobe Craft. They sent me, well, we got a Play Booster box. We got a Jumpstart box. We got a Collector Booster box. So yeah, we got all the things. I hope there's more on the way. I really want one of those Commander bundles. I would go bananas. So yeah. Anyway, everybody, it has been an absolute blast. Like I said, I really appreciate you all. It's a lot of fun to come and do these lives. I'm rambling now. I don't really want to go. I love you all so much, but I do got to feed these muscles. I got to eat a steak, watch some TV, have a little fun. You know how it is. So listen, come back next time. We look at some Avatar cards, Friday Night Magic. Tomorrow night is Saturday. If I get my secret layer in the mail tomorrow, there's a chance that my Jaws, my Office, my Iron Maiden, all right, and my encyclopedias come tomorrow. But if the encyclopedias come, we may do an encyclopedia opening and try to get some of those Halo foils tomorrow night. So for all the people watching, subscribe, smash that like button, turn your notifications on, get ready. If my secret layer comes tomorrow, we are going to have another opening party, and I can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday night. So I love you all. Have a good night. And yeah, tomorrow night we will likely see you. An avatar, trust me, from somebody